So according to me, 2018 was kind of a bad year for gaming, at least the AAA gaming. Indie gaming was actually doing pretty alright, but AAA gaming had a couple of bad turns in 2018. So all of that kind of left me in a state of AAA fatigue, as I would like to call it. But the start of 2019 has been kind of awesome, and it's starting to actually kind of cure me of my AAA fatigue. The release of Resident Evil 2, the remake of that game, was just fantastic. I mean, the graphics, the gameplay, just a remake, holy crap, they actually took the awesomeness of Resident Evil 2 and enhanced it. It's wow. After all of these years, we finally get Kingdom Hearts 3, and I'm not as hyped as I thought I would be playing it, but then again, it's been so many years, so it's not that weird. Still enjoy it though, I still really do enjoy it. February has been smack filled with cool titles, so I don't even know where to begin with all those. So, in this video, we are going to talk about a couple of games upcoming in the year of 2019 that I really look forward to. So we'll take it in the order of release until there's no release date, and then I'll just ramble on about it. So let's get into it. So the first game we're talking about today is actually the game closest to release, and while it's a couple of weeks away, it's the first upcoming game that I actually really look forward to. Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, a game from the legendary From Software that created both the Demon Souls and Dark Souls games, as well as the Bloodborne games, and these are people that really know how to make games that challenge you to the freaking core. I myself, I can't really play their earlier games that much because I smash my controller into the freaking floor, but this game will actually have a lot of stealth elements that I can't wait to try out. Maybe this will be my entryway into this kind of gameplay. Moving on from Sekiro, next up is a game from Nintendo that I actually look forward to a lot, and you guys actually know that I'm a big fan of his games because one of them I played on the channel, and as you can see up here, there's a couple of them up there. The game I'm talking about is, of course, Yoshi's Crafted World. And this game is a really cool take on the whole 2D, 3D perspective. The whole game is played out in 2D, but you can turn the camera in 3D, making the world change as the perspective change. And this is a mechanic that I really look forward to trying out because it looks really fun. And it's a Yoshi game. Throwing eggs and all that has always been fun, so making those mechanics work well with the gameplay of Yoshi should make something really fun. And it's Nintendo, they always make fun stuff. So Ed Boon finally showed us Mortal Kombat 11. It's coming out in April, and I am so psyched. I love the Mortal Kombat games. Ed Boon has really outdone himself this time too. He revealed the game without showing any gameplay. He's actually been sprinkling out the gameplay over the last couple of months, giving us character reveals with small trailers attached to them. So far we've seen Raiden and a couple of others being shown, and all of the usuals are there. The Scorpions and the Sub-Zeros of the game are there. It's looking like it's gonna be a blast, and it's as gory as always, and I freaking love it.
Fatality.
And while we're at it, talking about games getting released in April. Now, a PlayStation exclusive that has caught my eyes from the first trailer all the way until now, and I'm actually kind of psyched for this release. Days Gone will be released on the 26th of April, and this looks like it's gonna be like the 28 days later of the zombie survival games. You are basically a really cool looking biker that runs around in the zombie apocalypse, and the horde mechanics of this game is what makes it stick out, according to me. These zombies, they will kind of form like a real horde and like move through objects. It looks really, really awesome, and I can't wait to try it out. So a couple of months ago, I picked up this little game, or well, I didn't pick it up. It was actually gifted to me from by a friend from high school. And if you guys want to check out the Haul of the Month video where I got this whole thing, you can check it out right up here. But anyways, so this friend, he started visiting me regularly so we can play through this game. And we've actually kind of got a little bit of a deadline coming up because the next game that I want to talk about right here, we have to finish Crash Bash before that one is released. Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, the remake of the old school Crash Team Racing for the PlayStation 1. It looks just as awesome as the original with all of the weapons and all of the tracks in the game, but with the new coat of paint that they put on the Spyro game and the old school Crash games. I can't wait for this one. I really like a good kart game. I love the Mario Kart series, but I mean, if there's more kart games out there, the competition will just get better. And if this game is just half as good as the original game, I think this will be a success. So right now we're moving on to the games that so far hasn't gotten a release date, but they've told us that it's gonna get a release sometime in 2019. And while we're actually talking about Crash, we could get into the first game right here. From the creators of the original Crash, and a surprise to no one, I am super hyped about the release of The Last of Us Part 2. The original Last of Us was almost a perfect game if you look at it from a story perspective. I loved every second of that game. The clickers gave me such a fright, and all of the parts where humans actually tried to kill you were frightening as hell, and I loved the original. So if the team behind the first game can muster up another success just like the first one, I am on board that train. I want to play it, and I want to play it right now. All of you out there know that I'm a huge Fallout fan. Well, not exactly a huge fan of the newer Fallout games, but the older Fallout games, the first one and the second one especially, I love them. And if you ask me, New Vegas wasn't that bad. So Obsidian Entertainment, the creators behind New Vegas, is actually a company that's built up of a lot of the original creators from Fallout 1 and 2. And the games that they've put out so far are games that are close to my heart. I really like everything they make so far. And they have an upcoming game that is set to release this year. The Outer Worlds is a sci-fi RPG adventure where you basically take the role of a rando in the universe.
You have to choose. And you have to choose now. You know you didn't have to shoot either one, right? But it's fine, I guess. You just keep being you.
So I wish from the bottom of my heart that Obsidian Entertainment will actually succeed in creating this game. It looks fantastic. It looks like they captured a little bit of the humor and the, the awesomeness of the original two Fallout games. So I am in high hopes for this one, and I really want them to succeed. So I actually have a standing tradition with a friend of mine that every time a new Gears of War game is released, we sit down in his couch, we grab a controller each, and we play through that f***er like there was no tomorrow. And this is a tradition that I hold near to my heart because we have so much fun doing this. And we actually have an upcoming game this year, Gears 5. They're actually dropping the of War and just naming it Gears 5. And I can't wait to grab my freaking chainsaw and kill some locusts and whatever else they're throwing at us. And by the way, this particular friend is actually a streamer over on Twitch. My friend Attursson, please check him out. I'll actually leave a little link to his stuff in the description. I think he's a great streamer. It's actually really fun, and he's actually built a whole little community around his Twitch channel, which is just a bunch of awesome people. I really love hanging out there, and please give him a look-see. As most of you out there know, I am a huge fan of well-written, story-driven games, and in a surprise to no one, I am a huge fan of the Metal Gear Solid games. And sometime during 2019, we have been promised a new title from Kojima, the creator of the original Metal Gear games. Death Stranding is a game that he's developing on his own with a couple of actually pretty recognizable faces. Norman Reedus from Boondock Saints and The Walking Dead is going to be one of the main characters there, and it looks like Mads Mikkelsen, the guy that played Hannibal, is also in the game, and it looks like he's going to be some kind of bad guy or something. Now, there's a lot of other recognizable faces, but these two are just high standards of acting in my book. I love those two actors. Boondock Saints has been a favorite movie of mine since I was very young, and I really like what Mads Mikkelsen has brought to the table acting-wise when we got to see him in Hannibal. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming up with this game, and I can't wait to see what it's actually about, because right now, well, I don't think I'm alone at this. I think everyone that's looking forward to this game is sitting in the same little boat as me. I have no clue what this game is about, and I'm still super hyped about it. After the huge success of the Witcher series with this little guy right here, Geralt, CD Projekt Red is moving along with their upcoming game Cyberpunk 2077, and this game is looking to be a real masterpiece, just like their previous games. Now, this is actually a game that I haven't looked into that much because I am hyping this game so much that I don't want to look at trailers. I don't want to look at gameplay. I just want to be all surprised when I try it. So I'm not going to be able to talk that much about the game, just that I'm super hyped about it. So just a couple of days ago, Nintendo had one of the best Nintendo Directs in a long time, if you ask me. And there were a lot of games shown right there, but there were two in particular that I actually want to talk about. So let's get into the first one. We are getting a sequel to the awesome Super Mario Maker. Super Mario Maker 2 is coming in 2019, and I can't wait. And this time I'm actually gonna incorporate all of you out there. So if you have a Switch and if you're getting this game, I want to play your levels. So whenever this game is getting released, I'm gonna make a video detailing a little bit more about how we're doing this whole thing, but I want to play this game with all of you. So whenever that game is getting released, we're gonna have some fun. And at the end of the whole Nintendo Direct, they showed a trailer for a game that I never thought would get a remake, and a game that actually deserves it in my opinion. We are getting a remake of Link's Awakening for the original Game Boy, but this time we're getting it on the Nintendo Switch with spruced up graphics and everything. It looks like they're doing a true remaster of this game where they just take the original game, polish everything up, but don't change that much about the original game. So I'm actually looking forward to this game a lot, because this is one of the few Zelda games that I never finished 100%. And I don't know if you guys want me to play it on the channel, just poke me or whatever. Just leave some comments down there if that's a game you want to see. So how about you all out there? What games are you playing right now? And what games are you looking forward to in the year of 2019? Now, myself, there are a lot of games that I really look forward to, but this whole little list we made here is probably the games that I look forward to the most. But, as always, I want to thank you all for checking out this video, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace out.